So what we're talking about here is when we were doing the welding through the door, that happened. It heated up one of the airlines. So it just got so hot it just ruptured. So we bought one of these. It's a coupler. It's an air fitting coupler. I think we got it at Napa. I had to look around. Home Depot and Lowe's. Those kind of places don't generally carry what I needed. But Napa had it. That's an insert that goes inside the air hose. Help the little fitting there. Yeah, I think total it was $4 for all those little things, maybe $5. Wasn't a whole lot. But when you're trying to find one, good luck. I'm gonna have to order a bunch of these just to have them on the bus in the future. Yeah, it's not complex once you're doing it. And we ended up pulling the hose all the way out, so it wasn't sticking down there because that little silver lever thing you see right there in the foreground, that was the manual opening and closing from the outside of the door. Yeah. So we pulled it out of the hole that went down there and then just started rebuilding it. And we're going to leave it up on the dash until we decide what we're going to do with it. Probably our air horn. Yeah. When you do these, you want to make sure you get it all the way in and then get it good and snug. And don't make it super, super tight, but it does need to be pretty firm because it's going to have a little bit of air pressure in it. You figure if your air pressure is running around 130, 145, that's what it needs to be able to hold. So it wasn't complex. It just took a long time to find the parts. But we had a new leak when that ruptured. So, and then you just screw them together. Take our little box end wrenches and torque her down. Yeah, it was a sunny day. Yep. This is where you can really see the coupler. And so we just took some Windex or something just to spray it on. We're going to see if there's any air coming out of it. I know there's bubbles on it. It's really you should use soapy water, but I didn't have any. This is what I had. No bubbles forming, so connection good. Got a thumb up. So we're going to cut down the size. So we're going to do 83-inch door. Now we're going to drop it down to a 77-inch door. That'll knock off, I don't know, 6 inches of steel, whatever it comes down to. Then we're going to reinforce it a little more so we can hopefully make that work. Also, I'm going to start practicing trying to do our little Harbor Freight welder, the Chicago welding. It's the cheap one. It only does flux core. Let's see if I can't weld a piece of sheet metal to a piece of steel, because I'd like to be able to weld down the transition. If I can't do that, then I'm going to have to go to pop riveting, and I don't really want to do that. I'd rather do welding if we can. I think it's a better seal. So that's where we're at today.
What's Dad doing?
Oh yeah, Grandpa is going to. There's a little piece, probably hard to see, right here that sticks out because we had set this up for an 83-inch door, thereabouts, a little bit shorter. We got to cut this off so we can get rid of this angle. Basically, it's just catching water right now, so we can bring the transition down smoother. That's what that's for. Make sense? I hope so. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So all the welds up on top of the transition area, I got to get up there and get them all smoothed down so we can do our welding we're going to do when we get our pieces put up. It really needs to have like a 1/2 inch of good. And when we were grinding it down, we learned that it needs to be shiny. Yes.
No, it's shiny.
Everything's shiny, Captain. Yeah. Once you get it to shiny metal, then you're good. Anything short of shiny metal, you risk there being contaminants or something in between it. Which, in order to do the welding, which is what we're doing here, Grandpa Charlie, Grandpa Nerd, he got it all cut down to the sides and ground it down smooth, and then I'm just basically sealing it in with just welding on the top of it, just so that water can't get in it. That's all. It just needed to have a way to stop the water from getting in. So I just took our time, welded, grind, or I should say smooth it. Yeah, just got to keep the water out. And here comes Grandpa. He makes it all nice and purty. So we can take a look at our welds. We ain't the best welders in the world. My philosophy is, if you can't weld well, then weld a lot. So we tend to weld a lot. Yep. Now I get it all smooth, and a grinding we will go. Yeah, we watched, well, I've watched, I don't know, 1,000 times Transcend Existence. The dude's awesome. Love his channel, Transcend Existence. Although he may have changed that name. Did he change the name?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, so look for Transcend Existence. I think it's what, Wes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's awesome. He used the construction paper to kind of build templates, and I'm trying my best to do this. And that's my... I was trying to use tape to put it down. My wife kept trying to get me to use these magnets. You see that magnet there? She kept trying to get me to use the magnets. And but the wind kept blowing it around, so I kept trying to use tape. And look, I'm using the magnets. Yeah, once again, the wife was right. That's my favorite nerd. She's beautiful. Yeah, she hates it when I stand on the ladder like that, by the way. Yeah. So we did this for a while. We ended up scrapping this idea. We tried, but I'm not an arts and crafts kind of guy. I brought in my arts and craft girl, and she did real good at getting it all sighted out and all nice and purty. Yeah, but I didn't. Yeah. So after we got the template all set up, and my lovely lady got it all cut out to the right size for our template, then we put a Sharpie and marked it onto a piece of sheet metal. And this is the sheet metal that we took out of the inside, the ceiling on the inside of the bus. So this is recycling or repurposing or I don't know, something or another. Basically, I didn't have to buy it. And there's our shears. We love those. So we cut it out, and then we bring it up there, and we try to get it to fit. And what we're trying to do is line the top so it meets end to end with the top and of the sheet metal that's on top of the roof, and then also at the bottom we want it to kind of lay on that nice and smooth. So what I'm trying to figure out here is with the welding unit that we have, am I going to be able to weld sheet metal to a piece of angle iron or a piece of square tubing? It's, something thicker. This is me whacking it. This is my test. This is how I determined if it was a good weld. I started whacking the hell out of it. Yeah, just, smack, smack, smack. And get it on there, and I'd practice welding. This is harder to do. After talking with somebody who knows how to weld, I was really doing it wrong. You should weld onto the heavy metal, the thicker metal, and then when you get the little pool, the little bubble, then kind of walk it over real quick. A little move to walk it over, so that the liquid grabs the thin stuff, and then just keep doing that. That's how I should have done it. So here I am trying to do it. I thought, well, maybe I can do this. So I'm basically just doing tack welding. So
Those are the 2 pieces, not the one single sheet.
yes, we have 2 template pieces up there right now, going in there, and I'm just doing some tack welding spots. And as I'm doing this, I'm realizing that, oh my Lord, I'm terrible at this. My wife loves it when I do this, by the way.
No, I don't.
Yeah. The benefit of raising the roof is you get an 8-foot ceiling on the inside. The bad part is when you're having to put the roof together, where we cut it, doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to stand. And you're basically 10, 12 feet in the air. And I ain't a monkey no more. But that's it. I'm just tack welding the 2 pieces that we had cut in place. Yeah, this was my attempt at welding sheet metal. That's why I only did like tack welding. I was hoping Brantley would come save the day.
Stay nerdy, my friends, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, nerd out, geek brothers.
Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.
Is this a like button? No, it's not the like button.
Is that a like button?
That's a I like you too.
Like.
Like.
And also hit subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe for prescriptions.
No,
What do you mean no?
we're not that kind of service here.
Oh.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.